Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The pen hovered above the divorce papers, my hand trembling as if the ink itself would bleed out every memory I was about to let go of. The room smelled of stale coffee and wilted lilies from last week's forgotten vase. Across the table, Emily sat still, her eyes red but dry, like a storm that had already spent itself. "I just want peace, Liam," she said softly. Her voice should have calmed me. Instead, it tore through me like glass under skin. That's what she called it now. What she wanted after tearing my world apart. I was about to sign when I heard it. A whisper. I hadn't meant to eavesdrop. I only went to the kitchen to grab my phone. But her voice, low, shaky, intimate, reached me through the cracked doorway. She was on her phone, her back turned. "It's done, baby," she murmured. "He's finally signing. After tonight, it's just us." The sound of those words sank into me like ice water. My vision blurred, my pulse roared in my ears. "Baby." That one word gutted me. I stepped back, the floorboard creaking beneath my heel. Emily spun around, phone clutched tight, eyes widening for just a fraction of a second before she masked it with that calm expression she always wore when she lied. "Who were you talking to?" I asked, my voice too calm to be normal. "No one," she said too quickly. "Just my mom." I swallowed hard. "Your mom calls you baby now." Her mouth opened, then closed. The silence between us thickened, heavy with things unspoken. She tried to recover. "Liam, please. We're already at the end. Let's not." I laughed, sharp and bitter. "You mean let's not uncover the truth before I hand you half my life?" Her eyes darted toward the table where the divorce papers waited, then back to me. "You're overthinking. You always do this." "Overthinking," I repeated, stepping closer. "Like when you came home late from book club, reeking of whiskey and cheap cologne. Or when you said your boss needed you on a late project, but you came back with lipstick smudged on your collar." "Whose piece are you talking about, Emily? Yours or his?" Her lips trembled. "You think you're the victim here," she said. "But you stopped seeing me long before anyone else did." The words hit harder than I expected. For a moment I saw it, my own reflection in her accusation. The nights I worked late, the missed dinners, the way I'd stopped asking how her day was. Maybe I had pushed her away. Maybe I had built the silence she filled with someone else's voice. But understanding didn't erase betrayal. I looked at her carefully. "Who is he?" She hesitated. That hesitation was my answer. I felt my throat tighten. "Is it Mark?" I asked, naming the one man I'd been afraid to suspect, the man who had been my friend since college, the one who helped her move out when she said she couldn't face me. Her silence confirmed everything. It was as if the ground disappeared beneath me. Every moment, every memory rewound in my head. Mark at our wedding laughing. Mark helping me fix the deck last summer while Emily brought us beers. Mark's text messages, the ones that suddenly stopped after she moved out. "You told me he was just helping you pack," I said hoarsely. She looked away, tears forming finally, but too late to matter. "I didn't plan it," she whispered. "It just happened." I turned away, gripping the edge of the table. The papers lay there still, waiting to seal the end of everything. My signature would make it all official. But now, the idea of letting her walk away with both my trust and my dignity made my hands shake. "How long?" I asked quietly. She hesitated again. 6 months. 6 months. While I was breaking apart trying to save us, she was building something new. "You both lied to me," I said. "Every time he looked me in the eye. Every time you told me you still cared." "I did care," she said desperately. "Liam, you don't understand. Mark listened to me when you didn't. He saw me when you stopped looking." Her words burned, not because they were false, but because they were true in some twisted way. I stood there trying to breathe, trying to make sense of love that had become poison. "Then why the whisper?" "Yes. If it was all so innocent, why did you sound like you were hiding?" She didn't answer. She didn't need to. I reached for the divorce papers again, but this time I didn't sign. I folded them slowly, pressing each crease like a wound I needed to remember. "I'll sign when I'm ready," I said. "But not until I speak to him." Her face drained of color. "Please don't." But I was already walking out. That night, I drove to Mark's apartment. The building loomed under the amber streetlights, silent and unwelcoming. I sat in the car for a long time, staring at the door, at the shadow of a couple laughing on the sidewalk. I thought about turning back, about letting it go. But the image of Emily whispering those words replayed in my head. Soft, intimate, deceitful. When Mark finally opened the door, he looked stunned. "Liam. What's going on? Can I come in?" asked. He hesitated, then stepped aside. The apartment smelled faintly of her perfume. That same floral sweetness she wore on the night of our anniversary. My stomach churned. "She told me everything," I said quietly. He froze. "Liam, I raised a hand. "Don't lie. Not now. You owe me at least that much." He exhaled slowly, shoulders sagging. "It wasn't supposed to happen. You and she were falling apart. I was there. You were my friend," I said, the words trembling. "You were supposed to stop her. Stop yourself." "I know," he said softly. "I'm sorry." Sorry. Such a small word for such colossal damage. I turned toward the door. "You can have each other," I said. "But you'll both remember what you did. Every time you see each other, every laugh, every touch, it'll remind you that it began with betrayal." I left before he could respond. Outside, the night air felt colder, sharper. I walked until my legs ached. Somewhere between the streetlights and silence, I realized I wasn't crying anymore. Maybe because the tears had already run dry. Or maybe because, for the first time, I felt something else, clarity. I didn't need revenge. I didn't need closure from them. I just needed to reclaim myself. The next morning, I sat at my kitchen table. Divorce papers spread out once again. The pen felt lighter this time. My hand didn't tremble. I signed every page. Not as a man broken by betrayal, but as one finally free from it.